Hey y'all, welcome back to another new video. So today I'm going to be talking about seasonal affective disorder, which a lot of you may probably know as seasonal depression. And I'm just going to kind of go through what it is and then talk about some ways that you can cope with it. So first of all, what it is it's a mood disorder that's characterized by a depressive episode that starts and ends at about the same time each year. So for most people, that's going to mean starting in the fall, going through winter, and then falling back during like the spring back to the normal mood. This is most common because there's less light during the fall and winter months, which can lead to less production of serotonin in our brain, and serotonin is a neurotransmitter that is highly linked to depression and other mood disorders. So symptoms are going to include things like anxiety, apathy, which is sort of a feeling of almost like nothingness. It's sort of like a numb sort of feeling. General discontent, so just sort of always being in a sort of depressed mood. Feeling lonely, loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed, mood swings, irritability, sadness, excessive sleeping, insomnia, sleep deprivation, changes in appetite, so more appetite than usual, less appetite than usual, fatigue, and then desires to socially isolate yourself, inability to concentrate, and then changes in weight, so either weight loss or weight gain are going to be the most common symptoms. So it's still the same symptoms of depression, it's just that in clinical depression, the cycles sort of come at random, whereas in seasonal affective disorder, they follow the same pattern every year. So the treatment that I'm going to recommend to you most, if you think you're struggling with this, is to go see a therapist. If you can have access to one, if your family or you yourself can afford one, this is going to be the best and really the only way to truly help yourself, because even though there is a biological aspect to seasonal affective disorder, very few people are going to be depressed without some life circumstance causing it. And so going through talk therapy and figuring out the root of the issue is going to be the number one way to help yourself. You could also do phototherapy or light therapy. This is something a therapist might do with you. It's going to be exposing you to more light to sort of boost that serotonin. It's a little bit better than taking a medication, because medications can have side effects, but it's going to have that same effect as a SSRI or like a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor such as Zoloft or Prozac. Seeing a therapist is not a possibility for you, or if you want to do other coping skills in addition to seeing a therapist, I have several ideas for you. So the first one is going to be to exercise. For like 20 or 30 minutes a day is going to help your body release more serotonin, which is good when you're struggling with a lack of serotonin. And another thing is going to be to go outside during daylight hours. Like, schedule a time in each day to go outside when it's light out, because like we've already mentioned, light deprivation is a big part of this disorder. So obviously that's not going to cure it, but it definitely can help. So avoid too much alcohol or drugs that are depressants. And I'm not one to like tell you how to live your life, but when you're struggling with depression, you shouldn't add a drug that has a depressing effect on top of it. It just doesn't make sense. It's not a good idea. So if you are going to drink or use drugs that are depressants, just be careful, use them maybe sparingly. And try to get plenty of sleep, but also be disciplined about getting up when you need to get up. So a big thing with depression can be sleeping too much or too little. So trying to go to bed in enough time to get about 7 to 9 hours of sleep, but then once that maybe 8-hour, 9-hour mark has passed, making sure you're actually getting up, setting an alarm, starting your day, that sort of thing. If it's within budget for you, you could consider purchasing a light box. So from different places, they are going to cost different amounts of money. So definitely do your own research, look on Amazon, that sort of thing. Well, maybe don't look on Amazon because they're kind of canceled, but do some internet research to see where you can get the most affordable price or the one that's within your budget. And this is going to give you that light therapy, but you can do it at home. So it's like, basically, it's literally just a box that has lights that lights up, and you can sit in front of it and your brain will absorb the light and hopefully release some serotonin. Obviously, it's not going to happen after one usage, but a lot of people have said that that helps them. And it's going to be really important to eat well, but to avoid simple carbohydrates. So a lot of people with depression may navigate towards simple carbs, so this is going to be like white breads, white pastas, white potatoes, anything refined, anything processed. And food like that is actually correlated to depression, meaning it's really not going to help and it could actually make things worse. So eating really healthy, so lots of vegetables, lots of fruits, lots of whole grains, that's going to be what's really going to help you. Obviously protein, that sort of thing is going to be much better for you than simple processed carbs, because when they go through the processing, they lose all their nutritional value. So another idea is to take up meditation. Meditation has been shown to help with all sorts of psychological disorders, but especially depression. So meditating 10-15 minutes a day whether you do this in yoga class or you look up like a guided meditation on YouTube or you get like an app like Calm or Headspace that can get you into meditation, and it has really been shown to help in scientific studies. There's evidence that it helps with depression. So my last tip if you're struggling with seasonal affective disorder is going to be to not give in to reclusiveness. And this goes for anyone with depression. It can be really, really easy to want to seclude ourselves when we're feeling bad, but make sure you're not. Make plans with your friends, make plans with your family, get out there and do stuff. This is going to help you not fall into that hole of isolation. But like I said, the number one way that you are ever going to recover from this or any other psychiatric illness is going to be to see a therapist and talk to somebody. So please, if you think you are struggling, if you think you know somebody that is struggling, either you yourself or encourage your friends to reach out and get help. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and until next time, bye y'all.